God. You just do what you want to do. You say what you want to say, how you want to do it. So, here we go. John chapter 20. Now, as I read this, don't say, well, I thought he did this. I thought this happened during resurrection. This is just one of the Gospels. We have the Synoptic Gospels. We have 3 writers in the Synoptic Gospels who tell the same story, and they tell it from their perspective. All right? So one gospel may not have a certain part of the story in it. So that's why it may look different, okay? I'm going from John today. So John 1 says, early on Sunday morning, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb and found that the stone had been rolled away from the entrance. She ran and found Simon Peter and the other disciples, the one whom Jesus loved. She said, they have taken the Lord's body out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him. Peter and the other disciples started out for the tomb. They were both running, but the other disciple outran Peter and reached the tomb first. He stood and looked in and saw the linen wrap lying there, but he didn't go in. Verse 6 says, then Simon Peter arrived and went inside, and he also noticed the linen wrappings lying there, while the cloth that had covered Jesus' head was folded up and lying apart from the other wrappings. Let's drop down to verse 13. Verse 13, sorry, media. Here we go. It says, this is after Mary and them all got to the tomb. Now Mary looks in the tomb. It says, dear woman, why are you crying? The angels asked her. Because they have taken my Lord, she replied, and I don't know where they have put him. Verse 14 says, she turned to leave and saw someone standing there. It was Jesus. But she didn't recognize him. Dear woman, why are you crying? Jesus asked her. Who are you looking for? She thought he was a gardener. Sir, she said, if you have taken him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will go and get him. Verse 16, Mary, Jesus said. She turned to him and cried out, Rabboni, which in Hebrew means teacher. I want to talk today, Resurrection Sunday, new series for the month, and it's simply, the new series title for the month is simply, Think About It. So this whole month, we're going to talk about how we need to focus on some things that God has highlighted in our life that maybe we've forgotten. So today's sermon, resurrection sermon, is I want to talk from the subject. It's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. Text comes in at this point where Mary goes to the tomb and she sees that Jesus is not there. And her first thought to her mind is, they've done something with the body. Jesus is missing and somebody took him. Here's the thing that kind of bothered me a little bit, because Mary is the one who he cast out all these evil spirits from her. So this is the Mary who's supposed to know who Jesus is. This is the Mary who have heard the stories where Jesus said that they're going to tear down this temple, but in 3 days, I'll come back. This is the same Mary who's heard everything about Jesus, who's heard some of the miracles and all these things about Jesus, but yet when she goes to the tomb, she gets to the place and somehow she forgets all that he's done for her in the past, and she only focuses on what she sees at hand. There are some of us in the room today who have looked at situations and circumstances in our life, and we allow the situations and circumstances to speak to us louder than what Christ has spoken to us in the past. So we look at the situation and we say, this is what the situation is. But I come today to remind you, it's not what it looks like.